Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. And today's episode? It's going to get real. Because we're diving into something every English learner goes through, but not everyone talks about.
Exactly. We're calling this one, the emotional rollercoaster of learning English, from frustration to triumph. And if you've ever cried over a grammar rule, or felt like giving up after a bad speaking day, this one's for you.
We know learning English isn't just about vocabulary and verb tenses. It's about you. Your motivation. Your self-esteem. Your emotions. And wow, those emotions can be intense.
Let's start with one that comes up a lot, frustration. That feeling when you understand something in your head, but when you try to say it, it just won't come out right.
Oh yes. Or when you've been studying for months, maybe even years, and suddenly it feels like you're not improving at all. Like you hit a wall.
That's such a common moment. And the truth is, it's normal. Progress isn't linear. You'll have days where everything clicks, and days where it feels like nothing is working.
It's like learning to ride a bike. You fall, you get bruised, you get mad at the bike, maybe even throw it, just saying. But then, one day, you ride. You don't think. You just go.
And that's the magical part. Because after the frustration, something incredible happens, breakthroughs. Suddenly you understand a movie without subtitles. Or someone asks you a question in English, and you answer without even thinking.
That moment feels like victory. Like all those hours, all the effort, it meant something. That's the triumph. That's what we're working toward.
But here's the thing. That triumph. It doesn't erase the hard days. It includes them. The struggle is part of the story. And it makes the success so much more powerful.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the embarrassment phase. You know, saying something completely wrong in public and realizing it a second too late.
Yes. Or when people laugh, or correct you in a way that stings. That can be really discouraging. It makes you want to stop speaking altogether.
But those moments, they teach resilience. They teach you how to get back up, how to laugh at yourself, and how to keep going.
And they remind you, you're brave. Speaking a second language out loud is no small thing. You're putting your thoughts, your identity, your voice on the line.
That takes courage. More than most people realize.
And then there are the highs, when you nail a presentation, when someone compliments your English, when you catch a joke in a TV show and laugh with everyone else.
Those moments are gold. Hold on to them. Because they remind you why you started this journey in the first place. Not just to speak English, but to connect, to grow, to be seen and heard in a whole new way.
And when you look back, you realize, every emotion, every hard day, every win, it was all part of building not just your English, but your confidence.
That emotional roller coaster? It's wild. But it's worth it.
So let's break down some of those emotional phases even more. Because honestly, when you can name what you're going through, it gets easier to deal with. One big one. Self-doubt.
Yes, those little voices in your head saying, I'll never sound like a native speaker, or everyone else is better than me. That comparison trap can really mess with your motivation.
And it's so easy to fall into, especially online. You watch someone on YouTube or TikTok who's fluent, and you start thinking, why can't I be like that? But you don't see the years of work behind their fluency.
Exactly. Fluency is never instant. It's built quietly, day by day. Behind every confident sentence is a mountain of small efforts, corrections, and yes, mistakes.
There's also this thing called language fatigue. Have you ever studied so hard your brain just feels tired? Like you physically can't hear another English word.
Oh, definitely. That's real. And when you hit that point, it's not laziness to take a break, it's smart. Language learning is intense. Your brain needs rest to actually absorb what you're learning.
Sometimes the best thing you can do is walk away for a few hours. Watch something in your native language. Go outside. Breathe. You'll come back stronger.
And don't forget loneliness, especially for learners studying alone. It can feel like you're the only one going through these emotions.
But you're not. There are millions of learners around the world feeling exactly the same things. That's why community helps. Find people to talk to, even if it's just once a week. It changes everything.
Yeah, language is social. It was never meant to be learned in a vacuum. Even if you're shy or anxious, having just one conversation partner can make you feel more connected and less overwhelmed.
Let's also talk about the emotional high of real-world success. Like, the first time you book a hotel room in English or ask for directions and get the answer, you understand it.
Or you finally understand that fast-spoken dialogue in a Marvel movie. Those wins seem small to others, but to you? They are massive.
And those are the moments to celebrate. Literally. Have a mini dance party. Tell a friend. Journal it. Do something that marks the win, because that helps your brain remember, I did this. I can do this.
You've got to make the emotional wins part of your progress report, not just the test scores or vocabulary lists.
Exactly. Because learning English is not just a language goal. It's a life transformation. You're learning how to show up in the world in a whole new way.
You're building a version of yourself that can express more, connect deeper, and go further. And yeah, it comes with hard days. But every low is just a step toward your next breakthrough.
And here's the thing, those low points don't mean you're doing something wrong. They mean you're doing something hard. And that's important. If you feel challenged, it means you're learning. Growth is uncomfortable.
Totally. Nobody becomes fluent without feeling stuck, lost, or discouraged at some point. That's just part of the journey. The secret isn't to avoid those emotions, it's to keep going anyway.
Right? And sometimes that means changing your approach. Maybe textbooks aren't working for you this week. Switch to music or a podcast. Maybe you need more speaking, less grammar. Listen to what your brain and heart are telling you.
Also, track your progress emotionally. Ask yourself, what do I feel more confident about today than I did last month? It's not just about new vocabulary, it's about how much more relaxed you feel while speaking.
Yes. Like, if you used to panic before speaking English and now you just feel slightly nervous, that's progress. If you used to freeze when someone said, "How are you?" and now you can respond naturally, that's growth.
And one more thing, be kind to yourself. Don't punish yourself for not being perfect. You are learning a whole new system of communication. That's an incredible thing. Most people never even try.
You're literally rewiring your brain, building bridges between languages, and unlocking parts of the world and yourself that were closed before. That's powerful. And it's okay if it takes time.
In fact, it should take time. Anything meaningful does. You don't rush transformation, you nurture it.
And the emotions. They are part of that process. They are proof that you care. They mean you're in it, that you're investing part of yourself into something real.
So next time you're crying over a grammar mistake or frustrated with a tricky pronunciation, remember, it's not failure. It's evidence of your commitment.
Exactly. You're not broken. You're just becoming fluent, and that's an emotional rollercoaster worth riding.
You know what else? It's easy to compare yourself to others and feel like you're not progressing fast enough. Especially online, everyone's sharing perfect sentences, perfect accents. But we don't see their behind-the-scenes struggles.
Oh, absolutely. No one posts the 3 hours they spent trying to pronounce rural correctly, or the times they misunderstood something and felt embarrassed. But that's real. That's all of us.
And the funny thing is, those frustrating moments often turn into the best stories later. Like, remember when I said kitchen instead of chicken at the restaurant? You'll laugh, and you'll never forget the correct word again.
It's like emotional memory. Those cringe-worthy, difficult moments become part of your learning map. They mark important turns in the journey.
Exactly. And that emotional rollercoaster, it teaches you more than just language. It teaches you resilience, patience, creativity, how to keep going when you feel like giving up.
And that matters beyond English. The confidence you build from overcoming fear of speaking or pushing through a hard listening exercise, that spills into other parts of your life too.
Totally. Learning English isn't just about fluency, it's about becoming a more courageous version of yourself. You start thinking, if I can do this, maybe I can do other hard things too.
That's powerful. And we all need that reminder sometimes, especially on the days where it feels like you're stuck.
Those are the moments to step back and say, okay, I'm struggling right now, but I'm still showing up. I'm still trying. And that counts.
It really does. Even just listening to this podcast today, that's part of the journey. You didn't quit. You're still riding that emotional roller coaster, and you're getting stronger every turn.
And don't forget the power of small, everyday habits. It's not always about those big breakthroughs. Sometimes it's just about showing up, practicing a little bit every day. That's how you build momentum.
Exactly. A few minutes of listening to a podcast, practicing new vocabulary while you walk, or even just thinking in English during your daily tasks, those things add up over time. It's like a snowball effect.
Right, and it doesn't have to be this all-or-nothing approach. It's not about studying for hours at a time, especially if that feels overwhelming. Just a few minutes each day can make a huge difference.
It's also important to celebrate even the small victories. Like, when you catch yourself using a new word or phrase in conversation, or when you finally understand something you couldn't before. That's progress.
Yes. Celebrate those moments. They might seem small, but they are building blocks. Each one gets you closer to the fluency you're working towards. It's about keeping your eye on the bigger picture, one step at a time.
And remember, those tough days. They're temporary. The frustration and the doubt, they're all part of the process. But they don't last forever. What matters is that you keep moving forward.
The ups and downs are normal. The key is staying consistent, even when it feels hard. Because on the other side of that struggle is a version of yourself who can speak English with confidence, who's navigated through the emotional highs and lows.
And when you finally get there, you'll look back and realize that every single moment, every word, every mistake, every moment of doubt, was worth it.
You know, sometimes we're our own worst critics. We get so caught up in the mistakes and the things we think we're doing wrong that we forget to acknowledge how far we've come.
That's such a great point. We don't take the time to celebrate how much progress we've actually made. It's easy to focus on what we still don't know, but we need to look at what we do know now compared to before.
Right, it's all about shifting the focus from the things that are hard to the things that you've mastered, no matter how small they may seem. Those small wins? They matter.
Exactly. Like, maybe you've started thinking in English a little more naturally, or you understood a TV show without subtitles. Those are huge wins.
And what about when you understand a phrase or joke in a conversation? That's massive. It's a sign that you're not just learning the language, you're beginning to live it.
Yes. It's those moments that make you feel like you're getting closer to being fluent. And those moments build up. They're what fuel your motivation when things get tough.
So when you feel stuck or frustrated, remember, you're already on your way. The highs and lows are all part of the journey, And each step brings you closer to the version of yourself that can speak with confidence.
And it's those moments of doubt, frustration, or even feeling lost that teach us the most. They show us where we need to grow and remind us of our resilience.
Exactly. And when you push through those moments, you're not just building your English skills. You're building your ability to persevere, to adapt, and to keep going no matter the obstacles.
That's what makes the entire journey worth it. Because, in the end, the person you become throughout the process is just as important as the fluency you're working toward.
So, if you're feeling like you're on that emotional roller coaster right now, remember, it's all part of the process. The frustrations, the small wins, the doubts, they are all pushing you forward in your journey to fluency.
Exactly. Keep going, keep showing up, and don't forget to celebrate every little victory. Because each one brings you closer to the confident English speaker you're becoming.
And don't be afraid of the bumps in the road. They are just signs that you're growing. You're not alone in this. We've all been there, and we're all in this together.
So, keep riding the roller coaster, and trust that every twist and turn is taking you exactly where you need to be.
You've got this. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself.
We'll be right here, cheering you on. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.